Nice.
Yeah.
And at what point do you feel like you transition? Like, okay, now I'm actually killing it. Like, was it a specific moment or is it over time?
Definitely over time, and there was never really a moment of, oh, I'm killing it. But my moment of distinction came where I was able to bring to the law firm a book of business. I brought in one company called Dada Inc. They were an apps. They created apps. And they were being sued. There was a class action lawsuit where in 5 different states they are being sued. It just so happened their general counsel was a good friend of mine. They were being sued in Minneapolis, and Howard University, as you know, is just a great connection, great family. So people know what state we all are in, and the Howard Connect is strong. So she calls me up one day and says, Sellano, my company's being sued. It was an Italian company. She said, we're being sued in California. We're being sued in Minneapolis. We're being sued in Chicago. And there are 2 other states that they're being sued in. And she said, we want to fly in this week and meet with you. We want to give you this business. The funny thing is, though, so you're a 4th year associate, and I had to convince a partner, that, hey, I have the CEO coming in along with the general counsel. It's a real thing. They're kind of looking at me, oh, yeah, Sellano, sure, bring it in. Yeah, take it to lunch. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's a big piece of business. So I went to my mentor partner at the time, great guy to this day, Seth Leventhal, God bless him. He's doing great work in Minneapolis, Minnesota, still. Nice. I went to him and said, Seth, I got this book of business that's coming in. They're getting sued. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive. And we're going to be able to bill for it, and that's all they want to hear, Seth, to his credit, he said, Sellano, I'll join you for dinner. We took him to a steakhouse, sat around the table, got the book of business, and it didn't spread immediately that I had brought it in. It spread very slowly in the essence that when I was up for my bonus, they had left out the fact that I brought in this book of business. And they didn't know, the partners, the powers that be, it never trickled up. I'm thinking, oh, you put your head down, you do your work, everyone will know you brought in this book of business. It doesn't work like that. You have to self-promote. You have to let people know what you're doing because good news doesn't necessarily trickle up. So when I heard the numbers, they said, oh, Sellano, you're doing great work. Here's your bonus. It never accounted for, I brought in millions of dollars of business, real business to the firm. Hard numbers where no other partner could say they had contacts with this client. No other partner could say that they originated this client because they didn't. I did. It was a new company. So I had to go up. And that's when I learned the power dynamics. While the people that I had in my corner were great, but there were people that were even greater. So, I had to go to some of the even greater people and say, hey, this is what I brought in. Happy to say that. Yeah. That number changed real quick. The check was commiserate with what with what I had brought in. So, that was a moment where, it was like, hey, and then the word spread quickly. Like, did you know that was Sellano's business? But when news spreads like that, you also get haters. There were some young partners who stopped by my office and told me, you should focus on doing the work rather than trying to bring in the work. And that was because, they were being pressed with bring in work, bring in business. And which, some weren't able to do that. It's hard to bring in business without other folks saying, oh, I originated this first. Oh, I contacted this client first. So I got it. It wasn't coming so much from a place of jealousy, which it was a lot, but it was also coming from a place of, I can't do what you did. And, I just want you to know
it's that competition.
I'm salty by it. So it definitely put a target on my back. But as I told people, and I tell people, I said, it also bought me, 2 more years at this firm because I paid my own salary those years. So,
man, that's so real. I was going to wait till the end for you to give advice, but I feel like that point is so real, self-promoting. It's like a tip to all like the law students or even lawyers out there is like, nobody's going to look out for you but you. You're going to, that notion of keeping your head down and don't say anything and just work, like you said,
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
always work. Like people are not going to give you your just due. You need to speak up and say, "Listen, this is what
Absolutely.
I bring
Not
to the
everybody
table."
knows that your article was in the Washington Law. You know, you got to let them know, King. You published. You are published. You know, might I add, I'm
Right.
published also, but this is about you.
All the subscribers. I am a published author in the Washington Lawyer, in a whole magazine in
It's in
DC.
there. It's in there.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So you got to let. Sometimes you do have to. You have to self promote, and it's not. It's promoting to the right people in the room. You know, everyone in the room could not deny what I did, but honestly, everyone didn't know. Sometimes you got to self promote to the right people.